people working these fields
Yes.
have sold their crops.
Yes.
Years ahead, they've put themselves in pawn to buy
Yes.
food.
Exactly. They have nothing to hope for, at least for another 6 to 8 months. You see, most of the crops in these areas have been damaged.
Yes.
And this is what...
All damaged by the flood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who have they sold their crops to?
Well, they have sold these crops to those who have collected money out of relief and these, all sort of advantages.
Big landowners.
Nearly brought money then.
Yes.
An old journalist friend has brought me to this village in the district of Shirpur, some 40 miles from Dhaka. Everybody is starving here and also suffering the effects of an inflation which began not in countries like Bangladesh or in villages like this, but in the consumer world of the West. Nothing has ever been wasted here. Now even a bicycle, the means of escape, costs £150. There are few young men in this village. Some have gone in search of food, others have simply fled in despair as the famine finally cracks the Bengali tradition of family. We could not film some of the women because they are among the 5 million in Bangladesh who are going naked because they have sold their clothes for food.
Ask him, Fujuaz, is what his food situation is.
আপনাদের অবস্থা কি, খাওয়া দাওয়ার অবস্থা?
খাওয়া দাওয়ার অবস্থা স্যার, আমরা গরিব মানুষ, কি খেতে পারি?
খাওয়া দাওয়ার খুব কষ্ট।
কষ্ট
আচ্ছা, he's saying that we are suffering from starvation.
Yes.
And we are very poor people. And we cannot afford to have regular meals.
When did he last have a regular meal, a real meal?
আপনি কতক্ষণ আগে বা কয়দিন আগে ভালো করে খাইছেন?
ভালো খাওয়া স্যার আমরা কই।
What does he say?
He said he never had a full belly meal for
কিছু
quite
থোড়া
some
আমরা
time.
আড়া না খাই আর কি।
What is he eating then?
He's eating flour, just a bit of gruel from flour.
আগে ছিল বেচে টেচে
He had lands and he was a farmer. He sold out all his land.
Why did he sell his land?
আপনি কি জন্য জমি বিক্রি করছেন?
খাইবার জন্য। এত পেট ভরে খাইতে পারি না।
Just for food, he sold all his landed property. And even then, he says that we cannot eat to the fullest content of the belly.
He has no land at all now.
Now he has no land at all.
Where will his next meal come from?
তো আপনি পরে কি করে খাবেন এটা সম্বন্ধে আপনার কোনো ধারণা আছে?
কি করে জমি জমা দেন কি করে খাও?
Well, he doesn't know where he will get his food from.
This little boy is probably typical of starvation, where he doesn't look like the Belson case, but he has a distended belly. And he probably has about every kind of parasite and disease in him. And he's subsisting on something like the root, which he's now eating. And that little boy, even though his arms are quite thick, is in fact starving.
Yes. There are quite a lot of children like that in this village, even much worse than him. আপনি কি এখন অসুখ?
অসুখ তো পাতের অসুখ বেশি আপনি।
She says that I'm ill and this is only a sickness of starvation.
Where are these people going to get food? I mean, they can't go on like this.
No, they simply cannot go on like that. The ultimate thing is facing death. No chance, because no government relief. আপনি রিলিফ পাইছেন?
না।
Relief.
দিছে না বাজি।
She did not get any relief, and she said that all these relief were misappropriated by the big shots of the local administration. So I did not get it. That is her complaint.
When did she last see grain or rice?
আচ্ছা, আপনি কয়দিন আগে ভাত খাইছেন?
ভাত রোজার গেছে যে রোজার পরে থেকে বাজি জুরতাম পরে জানতাম মাগিয়ে দিগিয়া।
রোজা কয় মাস হবে এটা? It's 3 months she did not see a single plate of rice. She's just surviving on the gruel from flour.
Tell me something. How do people living so poorly and eating so badly, not eating at all? How do they survive? How do they survive for 3 months?
Well, it is strange enough, John, what I think, that people are prone to some sort of immunization. And I think this is particularly people of Bangladesh, they are immune to starvation. And the other thing is their will to live. And just, this is, you see...
Yes, but immunization can only last for so long.
Yeah,
in the end, they can't live on...
and
their
that's what is
immunization.
happening. People are dying.
They're finally
Yeah,
dying.
finally dying. They struggle to survive, but ultimately they'll have to yield to death out of starvation.
Prime Minister, we have seen in villages situations which show no food at all. People have come up to us and said, we are eating leaves, we are starving, we have no food, we're not getting it from anywhere. Quite close to Dhaka. Why should this be so?
You see, that is some of the places this happens, but we have our open, free kitchen everywhere. The people are welcome to come there. And they have come. We have our camps, still we have not closed our camps. Of course, we have not closed the camps. The people have started working in the fields now. But, of course, this trouble is there. Such a serious flood and serious famine. We have not suppressed the news. We have already declared in the parliament that around 27,000 people have died by starvation and by disease. We have not hid anything from anybody. It's a fact, natural calamities.
It seemed much worse than I expected in August. I've seen outside relief camps people being turned away because the camps are full. Granted that you have set up these gruel kitchens, but it seems that many people, perhaps tens of thousands of people, are simply not getting food in this country.
It's not correct. Then 27,000 people could not even die. The people expected that few millions people will die. But we have fought it.
Yes.
Everybody expected that few million people will die by starvation after the flood, after the inflation. Because we had no the food grains in our go down at that time. We have tried to collect from all over the world.
Yes.
And that time some people should come forward to help us. But we, on a humble way, we have tried. And about 27,000 people have died by starvation, which is a fact. We tried our best. Consciously, we have tried our best.
While people are dying here, partly because there are so few aircraft to lift food and drugs to them, these 2 British helicopters stand idle. They were given by the British government, but they don't have vital parts. And in spite of pleading requests for 9 months, most of the parts have still to arrive.
Why isn't this one and the other one flying then?
Other one is we are short of some spares.
Yes.
Don't have spares. We have already written for those spares.
Why don't you have spares?
We don't have spares because UK did not supply the spares.
Have they supplied anyone to help you with it at all?
Not
To
yet.
help you maintain it?
We have already demand.
When did that last? When did that one fly? The one over there?
That one we can't say when. As soon as we receive the spares.
No, but when did it last fly?
Last flew the last year. December.
It's been standing idle for
Yes,
almost a year.
idle almost the year. And we have cannibalized most of the...
You would obviously be using it for relief work, wouldn't you?
Yes, relief work and baby movement also.
Yes.
An official of the Foreign Office in London told me it was unfortunate about the helicopters, but there was a queue for spare parts with a wait of up to a year. One of the parts cost just 50 pence. Perhaps they don't know about this famine in London. Perhaps they don't know that some of the starving people in this overcrowded relief camp walked 150 miles to get here, and it was only because of a foreign film crew that these people got in. There was no shortage of aircraft to relieve the victims of the cyclone in Darwin, Australia. The air forces of Britain, America and Australia were there. None of these countries has sent aircraft to rescue the people of Bangladesh.
The same answer, the famine is there. It is due to this